What's going on, guys? Welcome to my Doctor Who collection update for October 2020. I've got quite a lot to show you today because, well, I bought some new DVDs. You may remember my last collection update back in August. I said that I got a bunch of DVDs and they hadn't arrived and I got a refund for them. Well, basically those ones that I got a refund for, about 2 weeks after I got the refund, they arrived. So I've actually got them for free. So, yeah, I've got those, and plus, after that I went and bought some more DVDs, and then they arrived pretty much on time. So I've basically got like 2 lots of DVDs here. I've got 12 individual DVDs altogether. There's 3 box sets and 1 individual release. So we're going to go over them today, starting off with the box sets, because we can pretty much do them almost in order this way. So the first box set we've got is the Myths and Legends box set. Now this is pretty interesting box set. From what I've heard, I haven't seen any of these stories, but from what I have heard, all 3 stories, not the most kind of, loved stories in the world. So not one of the best box sets, but yeah, of course, it's one that I need to get to complete the collection. So I did. This includes, as you can see on the side, the Time Monster, Underworld, and the Horns of Nymon. So a 3rd Doctor story and 2 4th Doctor stories. Don't mind the cat just wandering around. So, yep, we've got the 3 DVDs there. So we'll start off with the Time Monster. This is the only 3rd Doctor story I've got this month. However, it is the second to last 3rd Doctor story I need. I only need the mutants, and then I've completed John Pertwee 3rd Doctor. So yeah, pretty crazy. I'm literally 1 DVD away from completing the 3rd Doctor's era, which is, I guess, the first era, the earliest era that you can currently complete in full. So that's pretty exciting. But yeah, the Time Monster, from what I've heard, not the best, one of John Pertwee's weaker stories, but yeah, I'm looking forward to getting around to watching that eventually. Next up, we've got Underworld, which is a pretty infamous story from Tom Baker's run for being a bit of a flop with mainly the kind of CGI blue screen effects. It was one of the early runs of that, and there's a lot of just wandering through caves, and they're really shit looking caves with the CGI. So yeah, I've seen clips of it, but I don't know what the story itself's like. You've got these guys, which I'm pretty cool. They're called Minions, but they literally look like minions from Despicable Me. I mean, look at them. They're like yellow, 3-eyed, little cylindrical things. They're literally minions, but they're called Minions, I think. So yeah, I mean, once again, I'm interested in seeing this, but from what I've heard, not the best. And then you've got the Horns of Nymon, which is one that I haven't heard a whole lot about. I know that this guy is a little bit over the top with his acting. I've seen clips of that guy. He's a little bit weird. Other than that, I haven't heard a whole lot about the stories. The Nymons are a bit funky looking, and there's some weird scenes with them that I've seen. But yeah, generally I'm interested in watching this one. Don't really know what to expect apart from maybe a little bit of a weird story. So yeah, that's the Myths and Legends box set. I'll put it back in its case. It's all together. We can get onto, I'll leave it there, get onto the next box set, which is the biggest box set you can get, technically, like DVD wise, and that is the Key to Time. So this is one of the ones that I said that I bought. It didn't arrive for like 4 months, so I got a refund. They said, yeah, no worries. After a lot of persuading and a lot of arsing about, they decided to give me a refund, and then literally like a week and a half to 2 weeks later, it arrived. So this is the most expensive Doctor Who DVD set, and I've got it for free. So, yeah. I mean, part of me is like, I feel a bit bad about it, but at the same time, I'm like, no, I waited literally like 4.5 months for this to arrive. It didn't arrive, and I was like, you know what, no, it's like $60. I want my money back. They gave my money back, and then it arrived, so I don't know, I feel bad about it, but at the same time, I'm like, no, I think I was totally in my right to do that, because I did not expect this to turn up. And then when it turned up, I was like, wow, okay. So yeah, Key to Time, it's all of season 16. All of season 16 is in the 1 box set. Has 6 stories. You've got the Rebos Operation, however you say it, the Pirate Planet, the Stones of Blood, the Androids of Tara, the Power of Kroll, and the Armageddon Factor. This is a really nice box set. I really like it. I know there's two versions. There's the version which is like actually kind of looks like the Key to Time, and it like folds out in a cool way. I wasn't really sure which one I was getting when I bought it, but I'm not really too bothered. I'm happy like this. I'm gonna have it on display outside of the case anyway. So let's go through the stories, starting off with the Reboss/Ribos operation. I mean, there's not really a whole lot I can say about any of these because I haven't seen any of them, and I haven't heard a whole lot either. Season 16, from what I've heard, is a bit of a mixed bag. People say it's generally a pretty decent series, but yeah, I have heard that it's a bit of a mixed bag for some people. So yep, you've got the Ribos operation. You've got the Pirate Planet. That's the second story. The third story is the Stones of Blood, which I've heard for some people is like their favourite, and then for other people is like their least favourite. So yeah, really divisive season from what I've heard. The Androids of Tara, interesting one. There's a lot of rumbling going on outside. I don't know what's going on there, if you can hear that. The Power of Kroll, which I've heard is a bit of a silly one with this giant squid creature, but yeah, I've heard generally this is one of the weaker ones, I think, but yeah. And then you've got the Armageddon Factor. Now I'm pretty sure all these are 4-parters, except for this one, which is a 6-parter. I'm pretty sure the final one is a 6-parter, the rest are 4. Don't quote me on that, I'm not going to look through them all right now, but yeah, so, and this is also, well, kind of the introduction from Romana too, because this has Romana 1 in it, played by Mary Tam there, and then, well, basically in Destiny of the Daleks, the start of Season 17, regenerates into Romana 2, but Lala Ward plays a character in this as well, so, interesting little thing going on there. So, yeah, I'm really happy to have this Key to Time series now, and especially considering I pretty much got it for free. Yeah, I'd say that's a win-win. Final box set we've got for today, and I'm pretty sure this is actually the last box set I need. I don't think I've got any more box sets to get now. It's just, I've literally got like 12 DVDs that I need to get now, all individual releases, and then of course more once, you know, more animations start coming out and stuff. But this is the final box set, and it is the Time Flight and Arc of Infinity box set. The infamous box set with Time Flight and Arc of Infinity, of course. Some people call it like the Tegan Tales box set, I think. Yeah, it's basically the end of season 19, start of season 20, and it's infamous for the good old Time Flight art cover, which is absolutely awful. I mean, God, look at that cover. It is horrible. Time Flight itself, from what I've heard, not the greatest story. Once again, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen any of these stories actually here. But yeah, it's mainly that cover, which is just a bit weird. And this guy, from what I've heard, a little bit racist nowadays. Yeah, I think he turned, spoilers, pretty sure he ends up being the Master. It's another one of these, the Master's disguises. But yeah, that cover art is really something. And then you've got the Arc of Infinity, which, I mean, the cover art's better, but it's still not great. You've literally just got like floating heads everywhere, which is a bit strange. And you've also got the Return of Omega, who, first of all, doesn't look as good as he did in the Three Doctors, and from what I've heard, just generally isn't as good in this story. It's going to be cool to have him back again for another story, but yeah, I don't know, once again, I'm looking forward to all these stories just for completion's sake, you know, and having watched them all, but yeah, from what I've heard, these two stories, not the most amazing. So let's put these back in there, stack them up like that. And that leads us on to our final story, our final DVD, which is just a single release, and that is For to Doomsday. This is another one. I bought this with the Key to Time, and it also didn't arrive, and then this one arrived. This one actually arrived before the Key to Time. It was literally like a week after I got the refund that this one arrived. So yeah, For to Doomsday, the Fifth Doctor's second story. I believe it's actually the first one that Peter Davison filmed. It was the first one that was recorded, so it's going to be interesting to see what he's like, basically in his first appearance, technically, his first recording as the Doctor. Yeah, once again, haven't heard a whole lot about this story, really. Doesn't seem to be one of the stands out for sure, but yeah, of course, as always, I am definitely looking forward to watching it. Alright, so that's everything for this collection. Literally only DVDs this month, but however, we have got 12 I don't know when the next collection update will be because of the whole shipping thing. I haven't actually bought any more DVDs yet. Probably going to buy some within the next week, but it could be a couple of months before they get here, so you might get another one before the end of the year. I don't know. But anyway, in the meantime, let's see how this affects the collection. Alright, so here's the collection as of right now. As you can see, it's pretty big. The classic DVDs go from this shelf, 2 full shelves, and then onto that shelf there. So at the top we've got all the box sets, which I'm pretty sure now this is all of the kind of individual episode box sets, which is really cool. They're slightly too many. I mean, I could probably rejig them so that this one isn't sticking out like this, because I've still got a space up there, but this is how I got them currently. So you go all the way from the beginning box set. These are all in order. You've got Myths and Legends there that we've just added all the way through. The Key to Time stands out quite a lot there. You've got the Time Flight and Arc Infinity one there. That kind of goes behind. Because of how big this one is, I've had to put the Ace, you can't see it, but Ace Adventures is down the back. You've got the Trial of a Time Lord there, and then the 3 revisitations at the top. So that's all the box sets. Onto the DVDs. So of course, the First Doctor doesn't change this month because we haven't had any additions. Same goes for the Second Doctor. The Third Doctor gets the Time Monster right there, which means we only have one more story left from Season 9 and from the whole of Jon Pertwee's era, and then we finish his era. We go into the Fourth Doctor. No new additions early on. We get down to here, and we've got Underworld, which, what season is that? Season 15. That doesn't complete Season 15 because we still need the Sunmakers. We've got the Key to Time Season 16 here, which of course in itself completes itself right there with all 6 stories. We've got the Horns of Nimon here, which doesn't quite complete Season 17 because we need Creature from the Pit and technically Sharda. The Fifth Doctor gets Force of Doomsday here. Where is it? Here, Force of Doomsday and Time Flight, which both are in Season 19 and complete. So actually no, we still need Black Orchid. Arc of Infinity then completes Season 20. Season 21 we've already got complete. And then, yeah, the 6th and the 7th Doctor are already complete. So no new additions there, and no new additions for the new series either. So, yeah, that is the collection as of now. Next couple of updates, and I'll hopefully have finished the collection, at least for the amount of DVDs we've currently got released. So, yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. If you enjoy, please go ahead, like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, link is in the description below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.